Why did you um want to come to America? If you remember, what was the main
My
motivation?
mom already had plans to come over here even before I planned to come. Actually, I didn't know any better when I was younger, of course. So my mom, uh, her office was actually like a stone's throw away from the U.S. Embassy on Rojas Boulevard in Manila. So what happened was almost all of them in her department, the accounting department, almost they just walked into the U.S. Embassy and and, uh, applied to be immigrants. During that time, there were not much happening. So and also not a lot of people were applying. Not a lot of people could afford to go to America, or rather, yeah, that's one reason. And not a lot of people are really interested of going out of the country because there are a lot of jobs around. Employment rate was high, and the streets are safe.
What year was this?
I think she applied in the 60s.
And so it was pretty stable during
Yes,
the.
before Marcos, yes.
Oh, so she applied um because of just personal motivations to
Well,
come.
of course, they they also at that time they already also just like now they have this uh, vision of America as greener pastures. It's a greener pasture, like the grass is greener or on the other side
Mm-hmm,
of the fence.
mm-hmm.
Even when things were good in the Philippines at that time, uh, of course, from their readings and from TV, they know that there's there's a lot better. There's more to enjoy in America. So
So so when you so she petitioned you.
yeah, applied, and when her application was approved, like years and years later, I think she was the last person in her department who got approved,
Mm.
because what happened was they were coaxing her to apply, but she held back because we were still young. She was concerned that if she goes to America, she can't bring her kids right away with her. She has to find a job so who'll take care of her kids in the Philippines. And she couldn't rely on her husband, our dad. So that was her concern. So she was the last one to apply. So she was the last one to leave. But between her and the person before her who left, it there was a 13-year gap.
13 years
13 years
because
because
she lagged.
they computerized the system, and there were a lot of things going on before the approval started
Mm.
to the process started going back to its old pace.
So, but for you specifically, when you heard about the opportunity to come here, like the papers from your mom's petition came through, how what did you feel? What was going through your mind?
Well, it was an opportunity, of course. Things were not getting any better, and there was strife, and of course, you want your kids to have a better education, better opportunities. So I actually looked forward to coming over. We even tried to come over even before my papers came out.
Mm. What were the main motivating factors? If you are trying to come over, what do you remember to be like the main causes?
Better education
Better education.
and better opportunities for my kids,
So it's mainly for
for
um
you and your sister.
like the possibility of something better for the future.
Yes. Yes.
So was it just that? So it wasn't necessarily things pushing you out of the Philippines?
No.
No, there wasn't.
We had a pretty comfortable life in the Philippines with
Hmm.
nannies, cooks, and somebody to do all the household chores for me.
Hmm.
So that's a pretty good life. But I was thinking more uh, about my kids, the opportunities that you can have here.
Why do you think that you viewed education here to be superior
Then,
than in
well,
the Philippines?
of course, where is Harvard? Where is Yale? It's not in the Philippines. Now your sister has that opportunity.
Hmm. Hmm.
So,
If Do you think if there was a prestigious university in the Philippines, like a internationally renowned school, that you would have left the Philippines?
no. Of course, if a world renowned school is already in our country, why go out? Why leave?
What was the feeling you had of leaving your birthplace?
But can I go back?
Okay, yeah, you can
It's
go.
not that I'm saying our colleges and universities are not uh, globally competitive,
Hmm.
because they are. But what I'm saying is there are better uh, places of education here, but the Philippines is competitive too.
What were the feelings that you had about leaving your birthplace? What did it feel like? What were your thoughts?
Well, um, I was not really sad because my mom was already
Mm.
here. My siblings were here. They were here ahead of me. So only my brother was left in the Philippines. One of my brothers, my other brother, was abroad. So I was pretty excited that I will be joining my family, my mom and my siblings here in America.
So there wasn't anything specifically big that you left behind in the Philippines other than your last brother? Was there anything else hard to leave
No,
behind?
no, not
No?
really.